and that's a blend. Okay, so what is the most important part about making matcha? So for me, it is the right tools and equipment to make the best matcha, but at the same time, we also need the best recipe as well. Okay, so what I have here today is a few equipments. So we have the Kohaku measuring jug from Nego Nego. I have the Yukiwa hand mixer. Also, we have the Transcend, its holder, this beautiful sieve, and also the measuring spoon as well. Okay. Now, the most important part is about storing your matcha well. Okay. So as you can see here, this is a canister to store your matcha powder. Okay. So one thing good about this particular canister is that it doesn't have condensation. So basically, when you buy a pack of matcha, you can keep them in this particular canister and keep it in the fridge. Okay? Now, it's important for you to preserve your matcha in the fridge because you want to make sure that you can extend its shelf life and also preserve the color as well. By having matcha being in contact with light or sunlight, it can cause discoloration and also turn your matcha to a little bit more rancid. You cannot keep the matcha for a very long time. Okay? Any questions so far? No questions? Okay, so I want all of you guys, if you guys have a notepad or whatever, let's start making this matcha and I'll be sharing with you guys this amazing recipe. Okay? Great. So, with the measuring jug, I'm going to be adding 10 mils of sugar syrup. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so it's pretty easy, just white sugar or brown sugar with water. Okay, so we have 10 mils, and then subsequently we have 125 mils of fresh milk. Okay.
So everything you can directly measure inside the measuring cup. No need to separate the measurement like how shown now.
Okay. So what you can do is you can actually pour some of the milk here. So why am I doing this? Because I want to create a layer. Okay? And basically what's going to happen is that I'm going to be sifting the matcha into the milk, not with water. Okay? And I'll explain to you why. So this is the same recipe that we use at Ono and also at Neko Neko Matcha as well. Alright? So 6 grams of matcha.
So if you have like measure extra as well, it's also no issue because you still can like take it out from the scale. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm sifting this matcha. What I really like about this sieve is that you can sieve your matcha very fast. And that's what I really like about it. Right. Subsequently, I'm using the Yukiwa hand mixer. Now, this is very important step because you're able to actually mix the matcha and milk together and also try to break up the clumps. Okay? And this is also very good because you can control the speed as well. So you don't want to be so fast, slow, you can just control. Okay?
Around how long we need to use the hand prompter?
Okay, so to use the hand prompter basically is that when you see everything is mixed well together, that's where it's all mixed and basically that's done. Alright? Now, the most important part is your Transcend. Okay? So don't like so hard lah. Okay? So basically what happens is that just relax your hand. So mix it. Just mix it. You can see my wrist, right? It's very, very relaxed. Okay, this is to mix the matcha all together with the milk. Okay, and then doing this to create aeration. That's where basically you're helping to create more of the layers in your matcha as well. Okay, by using the chasen and the hand mixer together, you're able to actually break up all the clumps, make sure that it's a more creamy and smooth texture. As you can see that you're also breaking down all the micro bubbles to nano bubbles, making sure that it also floats on the top and making it much more creamy and smooth. Alright, so that's done.
I will help you with the ice.
Thank you. And then most importantly is your chasen holder. This actually helps to retain the shape of your chasen. Okay, this is really an important step, making sure that you preserve its shelf life. So by the way, to take care of this chasen as well, please don't use soap and like wash it. Try to just use a sponge and just make sure that it's running through running water, and that's it. You're done. Okay, so swirl it around, Dr. Colette. Just layer it out to create this beautiful double layer. There you go. A creamy red ceremonial matcha latte. Alright, so why do we mix with milk? Because you are not going to dilute the matcha, and by actually mixing it with milk, right, it creates that creamy and the smooth texture. And that's what we want, so that you don't really dilute the overall beverage as well. Alright, so that's one of our signature recipes for making matcha taste good using Kaneko matcha. Alright, great. So that's the first one, and if there's any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions.
So for the matcha, what is the matcha that you're making just now? You mentioned it's red matcha. How was the taste profile?
So I really like this specific matcha because it's super umami. It's really clean. It doesn't have a very high bitterness. The bitterness is almost at the low level, and that's what it makes a good quality ceremony matcha. So ceremony matcha basically is why it's so expensive, because they only harvest the first 2 leaves from the tea tree, and that's what makes it very special. And also matcha has its own unique flavor, very similar to coffee, and generally that's what makes matcha taste so beautiful and delicious. Yeah. So super high umami and really smooth as well.
Thank you, Sean. If it's for other than fresh milk, what is the recommended milk, alternative milk that you will recommend?
Okay, so for matcha, right, I personally enjoy having it with oat milk, but also depends on certain cultivars or certain blends. If it has a very good soybean flavor on its own, it will pair very well with soy milk. Yeah, so you can choose soy milk, or you can choose an almond milk. So my personal favorite is the brand from So Good. It's the Barista Series almond milk. So usually I'll pair that with matcha. For oat milk, I really like Oatside a lot personally. And yeah, and I think there's a lot of other and also like if you guys are based in Indonesia, Arumi, I personally love their cashew milk. So if you have any of the matcha profiles, like for example, if you like Ajisai, so Ajisai pairs well with Arumi's cashew milk, so you can try that. So that's really delicious as well. The recipe is the same, by the way, so just to record down the recipe, just try.
Wow, secret recipe from Sean, and now it's not a secret already.
Yeah,
you want to share by everyone?
Yes, so make sure you guys can try my recipe. It's very versatile. You can interchange between different milks, but also be managed on the sweetness as well. So some of you guys may not want to have a very sweet matcha, or if sometimes you don't want to have any sugar at all, it's okay. It's personal preference, and everyone has different preferences who like to enjoy matcha. You can just opt without sugar, or maybe you can just have 5 mils of sugar. It's up to you. You can decide.
Any questions from the crowd since everyone is here?
Any questions about making matcha? 125 mils.
125.
Yes, 125 to 6 grams. So I have 125 grams and I split.
And you split.
Yeah. So 125, I just put 2/3 of the milk outside the glass first, and then I seep the matcha in. Yeah. Any questions?
Thank you for your question.
Any questions about the equipment? I think this is really important because I feel like some of you guys make matcha, right? You guys don't have chasen, but you only have hand mixer. So what's going to happen? So generally, what's going to happen is that it's going to be clumpy. So that's what's gonna happen in your matcha. You have like a lot of dots. You can see like this cup, right? You don't really see like any specks of dots whatsoever for matcha powder. It's just all well mixed. So this is the best part about combining both the Yukiwa hand mixer and also the Trasen as well. Okay?